So what's business continuity, right? I need to run my business continuously. That's simple as that, right? And you can put it in technical terms as data protection. What if the user does a control delete, control shift delete, right? There's no more inside the dustbin as well, right? And what if by mistake a user runs rm minus rf star? It does happen. So how do I recover, right? So if I have to recover my data, that's when I have to look into a business continuity plan. Right? So this is the simplest step where you have to look at business continuity. So the next reason why you need a business continuity is what if the RAID group fails? What if the server fails? And what if the site fails? Right? So these are the probability that which would happen, and these are the risks associated with your data in any data center. So a business continuity plan from a technical perspective is how do I protect my data, and from an operational perspective is how long will I take to recover my data, what are the steps would I take to recover my data, and how confident I am when I restore my data back into my original location, my user can access as it was before. So these are from the operations perspective. So if you're looking at operations people, when you talk to an operations people, that will be pretty much RPO, RTO and SLA. Business continuity strategy, if you look at it, you probably need to define what is your RPO, RTO and the SLA. What is RPO? As I said earlier, RPO probably means the amount of data loss which you can accept for your end user. What is RTO? The time taken to bring up your second site or your DR site, or probably even recover from a local site. So that's your RTO, the time taken to restore back or evolve back into operations. Right? The SLA is probably defined by entire organization, where you say for each kind of application, how fast can I recover back my data and run my operations as normal as it is, right? So if you're looking at a good business continuity strategy, that's how you define, and then you choose a particular tier for your application where you can port your applications on the right tier, probably a tier 1, a tier 2, a tier 3 and a tier 0. Right? A tier 0 and tier 1 will be your most business critical data, where you will not allow your data to be down. That could be your critical database, that could be your critical emails, that could be your mission critical applications such as database, where you want to replicate all your data to your remote site, or even to have a continuous data protection for your data. So for tier 2 and tier 3 probably might be your home directory kind of data, or some application data which is important to the organization, but it is not very, very critical to come up immediate. So that defines how you want to replicate that kind of data, and the overall strategy evolves from that. As for a business continuity plan, pretty much the entire IT organization, starting from CIO, your business continuity plan manager, a group of users, and also critical admins like database admin, exchange admin, Unix admin, and also the application owners. They all form as a team called the business continuity team for most of the large organization, and they probably determine what is your business continuity plan, and they roll out strategies for different kind of data. At the business continuity plan, whether it's right for my organization, it goes back to the SLA, right? I have generally most of the organization tier the applications. So I have tier 0, I have tier 1, I have tier 2 and tier 3. Right? If you're looking at tier 0, that's probably your most critical application and should not go down. So I will ensure that the business continuity plan for that particular application is given the highest SLA in terms of the data loss doesn't happen. If it happens, how quick can I restore? Probably less than a minute, or maybe 2 minutes, or maybe 10 minutes. That's the maximum tolerance for a tier 0. If you're looking at tier 2, tier 3, these kind of applications probably are the least critical for your organization. Maybe a home directory, maybe some shares where all the HR and finance data is, and probably they can wait in your organization for 1 or 2 hours. So that business and continuity plan may be for with an SLA of 2 to 4 hours. If you're looking at tier 1, these could be some applications which are mission critical but not business critical. So these applications could be having an SLA for less than half an hour or 1 hour. So these determine what kind of business continuity plan an organization will choose. And the tier 0 and tier 1 generally chooses a fiber channel synchronous replication or a mirroring. If you're looking at tier 2 and tier 3, these are the application you'll send it across over a fiber channel or an IP based network. And you'd probably have an RPO and RTO of 4 to 5 hours, and you could have a business continuity plan which will ensure that the entire site comes up on your DR side.